Alright guys, we're going to do closest to 7 without being 7.
Alright. Joe rules.
10.
9.
Oh man.
Alright, I guess I'll be on the play.
Alright man, good luck.
You too. Well, unfortunately, when you play 20 lands, this happens sometimes. One land would have been perfect, and I would have kept that in a heartbeat. Because turn 2 Blood Moon is normally pretty good against Burn, not so much, but
Yeah.
I didn't know what he was playing.
I think we're going to keep, it's definitely at least maybe 2 lands too many, but I think in any matchup right now in Magic, like, I think, like, if any, especially since Abzan Company's been so popular, I think having this pretty quickly against his mana dorks is going to be important, and then also just having this on the board is going to do enough damage by itself that hopefully having these is not an issue. And the reason why I'm keeping is because if I mulligan to 6 and I had 3 spells, 3 lands, it would be the exact same hand, just I'd be -1 land in hand.
Alright, this is a little slow, especially against the matchup plane, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it because if I go down to 5, I'm in trouble. So, go ahead and scry, and we're good. Alright, so to start off, I'm going to play Windswept Heath and crack it for a basic, and then I'll play an Oath of Nissa, which, top 3, reveal a land or a planeswalker or a creature, which I'll reveal a Noble Hierarch, and pass the turn.
Play a Scalding Tarn, we're going to pass.
So I'm going to play Oath of Nissa to replace Oath of Nissa. Top 3 again. This time I'll reveal the Birds of Paradise, and pass the turn.
Okay, we're going to, just going to fetch. We're going to get a mountain. We're going to lightning bolt you. Go to 16.
So is there a reason you decided Mountain over Sacred Foundry?
Yeah, a lot of times, like, if I already have something like that in my hand, there's no point. If I want to get a basic, like I don't know I don't know there's many decks that play Oath of Nissa, but I'm pretty sure your deck's probably one of the few, and you play Blood Moon.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably important to put out basics. I typically don't fetch shock unless I kind of like already don't have a red-white. So we're going to
Blood Moon just turns all your duels into mountains anyways, so
yeah. So we're going to fetch down to 18, and we're going to play an Island of the Great Rebel.
that is annoying.
We'll pass.
Alright, well this is where this game is probably going to go ahead and go badly quick. So I take 2 from Eidolon and pass the turn.
We're going to attack for 2.
I'll take it.
Alright, I'm going to shock to 16. I'm going to suspend a Riftbolt. And then I'm going to cast Searing Blaze there. I'm going to trigger, I'm going to take 2. And then you're going to take 3. And I'll pass.
Birds take 2 and pass the turn.
Upkeep. I'm going to cast Riftbolt targeting you. I'm going to take 2 from the cast. Draw and Ocean. Yep. Alright guys. So for sideboard, we're going to cut the Lightning Helixes. We're not going to be doing any erasing with him. If he's playing the Double Moonwalkers like we would expect to see from all the Mana Dorks and the Oath of Nissas, we didn't see a whole lot other than that. We would expect only erasing. If he's going to win, he's just going to win. He's going to Blood Moon us, cut us off from our white sources, which is why we want to cut this anyways. And he's going to just kill us in like 2 turns. Like he's just going to start going off. There's nothing we can do about it. And it's just a lot of mana to kill a Mana Dork, so it's not super great. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in 1 Grim Lavamancer because it's going to be repeated damage to him, even if, like, say he cuts us off of our colored mana, so we can't really cast things without the mana. So it's like that, and it also is just going to start pinging his Mana Dorks, and it can just kind of be repeated damage to his Planeswalkers without costing any actual cards. And then we're bringing in the 3 Destructive Revelries because if we do think he's on this deck, we're going to have live answers to this no matter what, because he's going to keep the Oath of Nissas in because he needs them to cast the Planeswalker, so we can hit those, turn off his mana. If he's got Blood Moon in, we can hit Blood Moon. If he's going to bring anything like any ley lines or anything like that we expect, we will be able to hit that as well. So the sideboard is pretty simple. That's what it's going to be.
Alright, so I know he's playing Burn, obviously, so Blood Moons don't seem good at all, and Karn just seems a little bit slow. Normally in this matchup, I would be bringing in 3 Ley Lines of Sanctity. They are currently in San Antonio being borrowed by somebody. So I'm going to have to go a little bit different. Worship seems really good, especially if I can get my Sylvan Carried It out, because then as long as Worship's on the board and she's on the board, I really don't think I can lose to his deck. And then Wormcoil Engine and Battery Skull just give me much needed life gain against a burn player. So we'll see how it works and hopefully get off past 1 mana this turn. Once again, I got 1 land this turn, just turns out to be the wrong color. Being colorless. So.
We have a hand that is almost identical to the last time, but we do have a sideboard card. This hand isn't exciting, but we have what we almost always want to have in this. Like I said before, if I'm only going to go to 6 cards and say I ended up with a hand that's like this, it's 3 lands, 3 spells, but now I'm down another card, so typically we're about the same. So we're going to go ahead and keep this and see how it goes.
Alright, so this is a little slow, but once again, can't go down. Don't really want to go down much further, so I will keep this. I will scry. Seems good. I'll play Breeding Pool tapped and pass the turn.
Alright, I'm going to fetch to 19. And I'm going to attack you with a Monsters up here, and I'll pass.
I'll play Nykthos and play Sylvan Fury, which is probably my best creature for this matchup.
I agree.
And I will pass the turn back.
Okay.
Let's have the Jace Architect of Thought, Goblin Dark Dweller, and a bunch of Endowment Cloaks and Snapcasters for the backup plan.
We're going to suspend Riftbolt, and we're going to attack with Monsters up here. There's no trigger on this yet, so I want to.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what you could.
This is what I like to call the chump check. Does my opponent block because he understands that I can't do anything?
Yeah, so if he would have had that red source untapped, I wouldn't block because you can go ahead and give the Boros Charm. So I will go ahead and block.
Okay, that's fine. Alright, boss.
Alright, so I'm going to pay 1 and fetch, just out of basic. Alright, so I will tap Xenagos for, or not Xenagos, Sylvan Curated for red, and play Xenagos. And because they're extremely hard to find, I don't own any Satyr tokens, so I will create a Satyr right there and pass the turn.
Alright, I'm going to fetch. Alright, upkeep. I think here we can't really let's see, I think with our current hand we can actually, yeah, so what we want to do here is we're going to Rift Bolt, destroy your 2/2. Alright, draw for turn. Inspiring Vantage. We're going to cast Lava Spike, and we're going to redirect it to Xenagos. We're going to cast Skullcrack,
Okay.
and then attack for 4.
Alright, so it takes 7 damage total, down to 11.
And I'll pass.
Okay, so tap for white and play Worship.
Alright.
And pass the turn.
Play Wood of the Hills. I'm going to cast Destructive Revelry. We're going to Worship, and you're going to take 2. I'm going to attack you for 2. And I'll pass.
Alright, so I will tap 5 and play Batter Skull. My plant will be my germ. And I will pass the turn.
Okay, we're going to get 17.
Is there a reason you play Destructive Revelry over Ancient Grudge? Or is it just that 2
It
damage?
does 2 damage, yeah. Sometimes they'll play like a 1. 1 Ancient Grudge as well. We're going to play a Scalding Tarn, and we're going to pass.
Alright, so I'm going to play Oath of Nissa.
Yep.
I'll reveal another Sylvan, because they seem pretty good, and I will play Sylvan. And I will attack for 4.
Let's grab the Vigilance.
That doesn't it?
Nope. Yep. This ain't good, folks. This ain't good. All right,
Yeah,
so
this might have been an aggressive attack. I guess he had him on the ropes initially.
yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and take the
Lord of Atlantis or
4. No, getting 4.
Master of Pearl Trident.
And pass a turn
One
back.
of them would also do it by power vaults as well. Right. Seems like a very aggressive attack, unless of course, obviously,
Draw.
Gerard just. Why are there 2 elementals?
Sacred Foundry, go ahead.
Starting seeds, right? Yes.
All right, I will play Temple Garden tapped.
Gerard has electrolyzed.
Tap for 6, generating 2 white to play Elspeth.
Real interesting,
Yep.
you know.
I will plus Elspeth.
Lightning bolt itself wouldn't do it. If you use a block on everything,
Get 3 tokens.
then lightning bolt itself is not enough.
And I will attack for 4 with Battery Skull.
Even if he
Yep.
blocks with everything and electrolyze, will actually do the job.
And pass a turn.
Of course, he might want to just keep the thread. That Master of Waves is worth so much. As
All right, we'll go ahead and concede. We drew a couple too many. All right, we're on the play. We've learned our lesson. This is 5 lands. We don't.
Finally, the deck is cooperating, so this is keepable. Finally, actually have Greed Source in the opening hand. So these into these into probably half, but we'll see how that goes.
This is our 6. It is fine. It's just like I was saying earlier, when you mull, sometimes you just get 3 lands, 3 spells. Like, it's just gonna happen. So we're gonna scry. We're gonna see this, and we're gonna go, no, thank you.
we have 3
It's more of the things we don't want.
power.
So we're going to play Inspired Vantage and Lava Spike you and pass.
All right, I'm going to shock myself and then play Arbor Elf and pass a turn.
Okay. We're going to fetch to 19.
The Snapcaster for free. Right. I mean, you
Go on.
couldn't beat the
Pass.
Snapcaster for free anyway. But like, huh. And then the waves just try to
Birds of Paradise, 2 more, and pass a turn.
Your combat.
Take it.
Lava Spike you. I'm gonna take 2. Good.
Looks like he may be debating. Yeah. He's looking at all the different combinations that might make
Then tap
sense.
Arbor Elf to untap,
Assault,
retap
Nuclear,
Nahiri, and I'm going to -2 Nahiri to exile Eidolon of Great Rebel.
And Master of Waves block the
Yep,
Snapcaster?
and pass a turn.
I'm gonna fetch shock. Okay, it's Borage Trauma on your instead. 240.
There's a spreading seeds. It's gonna get spell snared.
And with just 1 Platinum Imperium in his deck,
Cut line.
Fabiano
Good.
is now squarely on the backup line.
Wow. In comes the Master of Waves. Gerard falls to 7.
All right, so I will discard a Sylvan Curated because I don't want to get hurt. Then I will tap, untap, tap these for Gideon. All right, and I will use his ability to put a whole dice. Yep, put 2/2 in the field and pass the turn.
Alright, you're gonna say I want to lightning bolt you. I'm gonna take 2.
With some tiny Master of Waves off the East Mile mid-combat. Wow. Alright, we'll be back. Hopefully, with some more. Don't go anywhere.
I cast Goblin Guide. I'm gonna take 2. I'm gonna go combat. I'm gonna trigger Goblin Guide's stability. Good.
All right, I will block Eidolon and block Goblin Guide. So trade with Eidolon and he dies.
Good.
Plus discarding Wooded Foothills to draw. Birds of Paradise. Create another 2/2 and pass it turn.
We're gonna pass.
I will plus the Harry to 8, discarding Wooded Foothills to draw. Tap, untap, tap, Batter Skull. And I will create another 2/2 and pass.
Score card.
Yep, that'd be it.
Alright, man. Good games. Yeah, I think Burn can be a little bit too punishing. in this matchup. I think it's probably like 70-30 in Burns' favor.
Yeah.
I think if you actually had the Leyline 2 in your sideboard, it would help a lot. How much I don't know. Like I have some interaction, but yeah, I think it would help. I think
Eidolon of the Great Rebel is a huge card in this matchup as well.
yeah, that's the thing I've noticed against like in the current meta right now. Eldrazi Tron's really big and Eidolon's really bad against them, but the other decks like Affinity and, well, not even really Affinity sometimes, like if they go ahead and dump their hand really quickly, Eidolon's not as good if you're in the draw. But Death Shadow, they're very low to the ground, so they're going to take some damage off of it, even if they're just like tar firing your guy. This matchup seems like, it's in my favor, but it seems like there's a possibility you could just draw, you know, your nuts and actually have the Mana Dorks into the doubling season just go off. That'd be fast enough. But I think with your deck, you have to have the nuts. But that said, though, I think anything outside of burn, you have a really good shot of just beating anyone because at any point you can just take over.
Pretty much anything grindy or mid-range, I feel pretty good against the Abzan company decks. I'm really not afraid of that. Lantern Control, Eldrazi, well, Tron, just whichever variant can be somewhat difficult sometimes. That turn to Blood Moon against Tron is pretty good, but then you also have to draw action cards. But yeah, it becomes interesting matches. It's a very fun deck to play, and
Yeah,
you play it for the times where you just go off and then you play your entire deck.
Yeah.
And when that happens, it's always laughable, but that's sort of few and far between. But it is a pretty good value deck.
Don't worry, guys. We like Doug. We like his deck, so we're going to have him back soon again. So hopefully you guys see the Tamiyo Omniscience play. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you again later.